Okay. So, how do we get the new cards? I believe that we have to get custom cards. We have to go for custom cards for them, right? Because they're not actually here yet. Will they retrain Branded Fusion now? I don't think they're gonna retrain Branded Fusion. That doesn't seem like something they need to do. Unless they make a fusion spell that's like almost as good as Branded Fusion but doesn't lock you. That would kind of be interesting. Anyway, so we've got this one. We've got Ecclesia of the Black Dragon. We've got Shampoo Albaz himself. What else? There's a lot of non-Albaz stuff here. Super Branded Fusioner, yeah. Super Branded Fusion. Just a quick play Branded Fusion, use one monster from your deck and one from your extra deck. Straight into Mirror Jade, trigger something in the end phase, and it doesn't lock you into fusions. How's that? How's that? Wow, look how many people made custom support for these. Like made the custom cards. There's a lot of them. Why is this one banned, but this one's not? Let's play the ones that are not banned. Whatever that means. Which one has the nicest text? I think this one is the nicest text. And this one's very good quality, I think. What is the best branded type now? Branded Synchro? We'll see. We'll see. There's also this new card, right? The new kit. This one's also kind of okay. At least it's new, so we can talk about it. And then there's this one, the Fallen and the Virtuous. Is that it? There's this one as well, yeah. There's this one. The Dragon that Devours the Dogma. Oh my god, Lamashu, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. You've been subbed for 9 months. That's gotta be one of my longest subscribers. Thank you. That is baby time. Is there any more new cards that I should consider? So many fake ones. Any new ones? Sword Soul. What was the new cards? What were the new cards that they made? I know they made a new Fleur, right? They made a new Fleur. Miu and ads? I'm sorry for the ads, but they have to be there. If you don't want them to be there, you can subscribe. The new Sword Soul they haven't fully revealed yet? Oh. Oh, there's a new Sword Soul that they haven't revealed? Oh, is that relevant? Maybe we should have waited for that. It's this one though, right? This one is the new Fleur. Dogmatic Fleur-de-Lis the Thunderbolt. This is not a custom card, right? This is the new one. This one's real. I think that one's real. Can someone confirm it's real and it's good? Okay. Okay, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, look at this. Officer de Fleur. Like, what is this? I've played the Fleur a bit in Genesis and the card is fucked. Yeah, okay. I'll read them all and I'll give my opinions when we got them all. But I think there's actually quite a few. What else? What else is there? Is there a new Ecclesia? Is there a new Ecclesia? That's custom. That's hella custom. Springen's Ecclesia? That's hella custom. Oh, this is hella custom. What is that? Ecclesia the Virtuous Dragon Paladin. Level 12 fusion. That's hella custom. Is there a new Ecclesia? Ecclesia of the Black Dragon? Oh, yeah, we have that one. That's the Synchro. That's this one. We have that one. I think this is all the new branded cards, if I'm remembering correctly. No more new ones? Ecclesia the branded dragon. Damn, people put so much time into custom cards. Okay, so let's read the new cards. So this one, Fallen of the White Dragon, or whatever they call it, Shampoo Albaz. This card is always treated as Albaz. Okay, so always treated as Albaz. White Baz, maybe that will catch on. I like Shampoo Albaz. I'm gonna try to propagate Shampoo Albaz. If you guys would like to join me in spreading my propaganda, we can call this guy Shampoo Albaz. Head and Shoulders Albaz. So the actual effect. Always treated as Albaz. Will this make you play TCG? Well, probably not. What this means is that it actually is Albaz everywhere, including in the deck. It's not like Shrouded, which is just in the hand, or I mean on the field or in the graveyard. Are you a fanboy? If you want me to be. Why? You want me to be a fanboy? This card is Albaz in the deck, and that means that per the mechanics of the game, you can only play 3 of this and the original Albaz in total. It's the same way that Harpy Ladies work, right? The same way Harpies work. Oh, thank you for following, Andre. I can be your fanboy now. The same way Harpies work. Let me look at the official cards. Let me try to find the example. Right, it's the difference between this, like this card's name becomes Harpy Lady, and then the actual Harpy Ladies, which are like, this card is always treated as Harpy. Because you can't play 3 of this and then 3 of this. You see, like I can't put this in the deck. The limit is reached because this card is always treated as Harpy Lady. So you can only play 3 total of this and the regular Albaz. Same as Umi in Legendary Ocean? Yes, it is the same as Umi in Legendary Ocean. L'Oreal Baz. That's also a good one. That's also a good one. If my dueling book wants to load, we can get the regular Albaz. So this guy, you can only play 3 total. See, yeah, you can only play 3 total. So that's what that means. Anyway, we keep reading the actual effect though. If this card is in your hand, you can send 1 monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz from your extra deck to the graveyard as cost, special summon this card. And then it locks you, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except level 8 fusion or synchros. Okay, so that's pretty interesting, because obviously any monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz from your extra deck, that means the Albaz fusions. That means all of these guys. Your Rinbrum, your Mirror Jade, but realistically it's going to be Albion and Titaniclad, like these ones. Even this guy, Brigand, whatever. Like you send those guys. Kind of like how High Spirits works. But it sends as cost, which is even better because that means, let's say they negate this with Appaloosa, you've already sent for cost. It's the same as Mirror Jade. You send for cost, and that makes it 10 times better because it's so hard. It's so much harder to like stop Mirror Jade. Another thing it says is it sends a monster. It doesn't say a fusion monster. It doesn't say a fusion monster. You know, if we look at High Spirits says send a fusion monster specifically. But this card just says any monster, which means you can send the synchros. And this is a synchro, this new card. This one mentions Albaz. Does Lulu Willilith mention Albaz? I don't think it does. Yeah, this card does not mention Albaz, so you can't send Lulu, unfortunately, but you can send this guy. And if they ever make a Pendulum branded card that mentions Albaz and it's face up in your extra deck, you can technically send that as well. Why would you send a Synchro to the graveyard? Well, this new one has an effect, which we'll get to. But this card is not done. This card does way more. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon an Ecclesia from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Which is crazy good, because, well, it's not crazy good, it's just kind of good. Can we send Arclight? No, it has to mention Albaz. The card has to mention Albaz. Right, you can send one monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz from your extra deck to the graveyard. It doesn't just send any card. That would be crazy, right? Send a card from your extra deck to the graveyard, summon, that's literally just X'd, but even better. No Habakiri, why even bother? I know. I'm sure we can get to Habakiri though, and in fact there is a way to get to Habakiri. There is in fact a way to get to Habakiri. So stay tuned. There's a way to get to Habakiri using this. If this is normal special summon an Ecclesia. Yeah, so the Ecclesia that you're gonna summon, there's two of them. There's this one, Incredible Ecclesia, and there's the old Dogmatica Ecclesia. This one is probably the better choice for multiple reasons. Number one, this white Albaz, Shampoo Albaz, is not a tuner. And this Ecclesia, the Virtuous, is a tuner. So you can summon this from the deck and immediately make a Synchro 8, which can be this new card, or it could be anything. It could be Mara Primus, and you could play Centaurion. I know I'll be trying that. It could be, what else is a generic Synchro 8? Like Chi-Xiao, maybe? Can you make Chi-Xiao? Does that require worms? It does require a worm. Okay. Use new Synchro to go for Quam? Yeah, I mean realistically that's what we're doing. I'm just covering all the options first. You're gonna summon this Incredible Ecclesia. This card is a tuner, so you can Synchro, but you can also use this. This card has an effect. Sometimes I've played this in Branded. It's not that bad. It's just a quick effect. Tribute, summon Albaz from your deck or hand. And that's a disruption. That summons Albaz. So if you're going first, you can summon the Ecclesia and then just leave it on the board. Or if you're going second, you can use it as a board breaker, right? To summon the Albaz from the deck. It's exactly the same as using deployment to summon Albaz from the deck. But you're also getting the extra body and the extra send to the graveyard as cost. So it's like really good. Plus you're getting Ecclesia into rotation. We summon the Golden Sword Soul with Incredible Ecclesia? Yes, that is another thing you can do. It doesn't just summon Albaz, it obviously summons Sword Souls. So not only is this a Sword Soul starter, kind of, it also summons the Golden Sword Soul, which is another playable card in Branded that you could play. If you're playing this card just for its own use, just getting it into rotation, in addition to the Ecclesia, is also good. Summon Taya. Taya is not the right play. Taya is not the right play. You have to banish a Sword Soul card or a worm, and there are no Sword Souls or worms. Wait, that's not true. It is full Sword Soul combo, because you can send Mirror Jade. You can send Mirror Jade with it, and that is a worm. So it is full Sword Soul combo with Taya. Interesting. Interesting. We're gonna cook our own combos. I have no doubt that we can do a better job. Trust me. I've no doubt that we can do a better job of figuring out these cards. Lock you out of Synchro 10s though? Exactly. That's the one thing that made me say kind of. It's kind of a Sword Soul starter. You can't make Baron, which is like the best card in Sword Soul. Mirror Jade the Ice Blade Worm? Yeah, he's not a dragon. He's not a dragon. And the other thing you could summon, by the way, is Incredible Ecclesia, which can obviously search you for punishment. So this is kind of an extra starter for Ecclesia decks. Kind of. And you can also search like Fleur. And there is a new Fleur. So maybe that's a playable line. Isn't there a level 8 Borrelord Synchro? You mean Savage Dragon? This one. This doesn't really work as a generic negate because you need a link monster in rotation. Otherwise, this would be a really cool starter. Anyway, I think what we need to do to get the context of this card, White Albaz, the context is we need to read the Synchro. So let's go to the Synchro next. This says you can't get cards bigger on Dueling Book, by the way, right? I'm not tripping. You can't make the card bigger and the text box bigger. This is a starter in pure Dogmatica in a way. Yes. We'll look at that, I think. I don't think you can make this bigger. So let's just read this card. This is a generic Synchro 8, 1 tuner, 1 plus non-tuner. So you can make this with the Albaz summoning Ecclesia, or you can make it any other way. During the main phase quick effect, banish this card until the end phase, and if you do special summon a Fallen of Albaz or a level 4 or lower monster that mentions it from your deck or graveyard. You can make it with Spoon? Yes, we can. Yes, we can make it with Spoon. So this card banishes itself to summon Albaz from the graveyard or the deck, which is really strong because that's just a quick play disruption, right? You know how I said you could leave the Incredible Ecclesia on the board and then just summon Albaz on the opponent's turn as a disruption? There's no reason to do that when you can do that with the Synchro anyway. Right, you're gonna summon this, and then you can leave this on the board, and on their turn, this can summon Albaz. So that's a pretty good effect. It also says if it's in your graveyard, you can target a level 8 fusion monster in your graveyard or banishment, and one card on the field, shuffle both and this card into the deck. So this is another way of recycling. They're giving Branded more grind game with this. They already gave it even more grind game with this new other fusion. But they gave it even more grind game with this, and it was already quite grindy. So, White Forest, Synchro plus Shrimp level 2 on opponent's turn Baron. It doesn't banishes itself for cost, right? No, this card does not banish itself for cost. It banishes as part of the effect, and you do have to banish in order to revive. You know, in order to summon, you do have to banish it. But it is also a quick effect. So if you go first, the idea is you're gonna go activate this immediately as a proactive play to keep comboing. And even if they imperm it, it's still a disruption because it's there still for the opponent's turn. And if they don't imperm it, it's coming back in the end phase, so it's gonna get to be a disruption anyway. I saw a YouTube video with the new Branded cards against Rescue Ace, and it was an insane grind game. Branded can go for days now. Branded already could go for days now. If anybody has seen a certain video on my channel, in the last like month or so, I did demonstrate in a video that Branded can in fact go for ever. Branded, in its current iteration without any support, is an infinite grind game if you technically set it up right. But yes, in practice, this makes it even better at grinding. So this card is good. This card is good because what you can do with a combo going first is you could summon something like a Quem going first. Can I go for you? If you like. If you like. Thank you for first time chatting, by the way. You should follow. I remember your video, Brutal Display. I know, it was crazy. You could summon Quem with this, right? That's probably the one that makes the most immediate sense, right? You're gonna summon the Synchro 8, and then you're gonna get Quem, and you're gonna keep comboing. What you can do with Quem and the Synchro, after that, is actually continue to make a level 12 Synchro. Because this is a level 8 non-tuner, and Quem itself is a level 4 tuner. So after we've summoned Quem, and we've dumped with Quem, what can we make? We could make Lulu. We could actually make Lulu. Or can't help but say it, but you can also summon this guy. You can also summon this guy. So that's not bad either. With access to Lad, Branded is crazy? Well, yeah, Lad is already available. This is hurting my brain. I'm new to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I mean, this is advanced competitive discussion. Branded is complicated, but it's really fun when you understand. Exactly. Branded is really fun. But not when we use the Shampoo Albaz. You're right, you're right. If you start with the Shampoo Albaz, you are locked out of 12s. So you can only go for the Ecclesia. But this is all like gimmicky. I'm kind of starting with the gimmicky stuff first for some reason. Unless you normal summon it. That is also true. That is also true. You can just go normal summon. Something to remember. Branded or Ritual Beast, which is more complicated? I'm not sure. I would say Branded. But I think Branded has a little bit more logic to the plays and the combos, whereas Ritual Beast is kind of like an arbitrary spreadsheet sometimes. But I'm not an expert on Ritual Beast. So you can fusion deployment for Shampoo Albaz? Yes, you can. Deployment can summon Shampoo Albaz from the deck because he is always Albaz, even in the deck. It's Ice Ryziel but white? Yeah, it's Ice Ryziel. You can normal summon this, special summon Ecclesia, go into the 8. You don't even need to normal summon it. Obviously you can special summon it. Go into the 8. 8 summons Quam. What else can we summon besides Quam? Here's one you can summon. You can summon Kitt. You can summon Springan's Kitt. And then Springan's Kitt searches for any spell that you like. Another one. Party easier. With Kitt, by the way, you can't just go Branded Fusion and then combo because you have Synchroed. So keep that in mind. If you summon this, you can't Branded Fusion. And vice versa. You can also do Aliber for High Spirit, search Shampoo, send Albion, then Titanic Lad, and do small Synchro line. Yes. Yes, you can. So can you do something with Deployment Shampoo because of the lock? Yeah, you can, right? This Deployment locks you into fusions, and this card locks you into level 8 fusion or synchros. So you can still summon level 8 synchro fusions, just not the synchros. As a 1-card combo though, Deployment summon Shampoo Albaz into Ecclesia, that doesn't play, because you can't then go into the synchro. So that doesn't really play. But I'm gonna read the other cards, because there are 2 other really good cards I want to mention. So I'm gonna start with this fusion. I don't know what they're gonna call this, the Dragon that Devours the Dogma, but this is a good card. I think this is a really good card. I thought it was kind of mid on release, but now that this new support exists, I think it's actually kind of good. I already thought it was good, but I think it's like definitely staple now. So this is Fallen of Albaz, +1 light monster or a dark monster, +1 effect monster. So Vor Dragon? Interesting. This is a good super poly target, right? If you think about this, remember when you used to go, or even still now, you would go summon Albaz and then you would super poly going second into a Mirror Jade directly? You would be able to just fuse away 2 monsters now into this guy. Mirror Jade is still really good, so you probably still do that a lot. But this is a super poly that you can use 2 monsters on your opponent's field. Any light or dark plus literally anything. And then you can make this. And what does this guy do? It says while an Ecclesia monster is on the field or in either graveyard, it's unaffected and it gains 500 attack. So it goes to 3500, which is relevant. It's relevant when it's unaffected because how do you out unaffected things? You attack over them, right? And how big is every boss monster in the game? It's basically 3k. So it goes up to 35, which means it can't be attacked over. And it's unaffected. It's also unaffected like blanket, right? It doesn't say unaffected by monsters. It doesn't say unaffected by activated effects. It's just blanket unaffected. Which is like, they don't really make this effect anymore, I swear. But it's really good. Blanket unaffected is crazy. Liger Dancer is 3800. Yeah. Liga Dancer is 3800, but we don't have that yet. Daruma finally does something versus branded. That is true. Did you already go over the new branded cards? We are going over them right now. I talked about White Albaz, but I'm not just gonna read the cards. We're gonna lab, we're gonna cook. So you're gonna get to know my opinion if you keep watching. This card is good. There's another effect. We gotta read it. This card says you can only use the following effects once per turn. If this is special summoned, you can shuffle up to 2 cards from any graveyard or banishment into the deck. So, on summon, not just fusion summon, but any summon, which it can be summoned. It doesn't say it must be fusion summoned. So banishment can summon this. Quam can summon this. So on summon, we get to shuffle any 2 cards from the graveyard of banishment. This is not only recycling for our own engine, this is also disruption for the opponent, right? Shuffling from their graveyard especially, it can easily be disruption, right? I can definitely think of times where I have like a Cartesia effect on my opponent's turn or a branded in red on my opponent's turn, and if I had the option to make a fusion monster that did this effect to shuffle away from the graveyard, that would be a way better disruption than something like, you know, what else do we make, right? We make Chaos on the opponent's turn to pop some cards. We make Borrello to pop 1 card. And we make Mirror Jade, right? It's very understandable that like this effect, this disruption could be way better in certain situations. And the fact that it shuffles 2 cards and it doesn't target means that you can go for 1 of their cards and then also get a free recycle of 1 of your cards. I also think it's really cool that it says cards and not monsters. That means you can recycle cards like this. If we go branded sword and branded retribution, if you have these banished, you can use the new fusion to put these back for free as well. So you summon this on the opponent's turn. Let's say you go first, you use retribution in your combo, and then on the opponent's turn you have the means to make this, and you want to banish like Engraver from the graveyard or something. You can also just put back your retribution for free, which is nice. And the fact that it doesn't require itself to be fusion summoned to work means that you can continuously recycle stuff, right? Because you can go revive this with Quam on the next turn, for example, right? And that just continuously recycles stuff. Recycling the recycler is crazy work, yes. So if you ever get into a situation where your Lubellion gets banished, then you can recycle it. This used to be like a choke point for Branded's grind game, right? If you got rid of the Lubellion, you'd be in trouble. Right? If you got rid of the Lubellion, you'd be in trouble for a grind game. But now there's 2 ways to recycle. And that's really good because one of them can put back the other. So they both need to be simultaneously dealt with to like cut off grind game, you know? Kind of. Did you react to the new cards on stream? No. No, I didn't. Thank you for following, by the way, Madness Beyond. Shampoo sent Titaniclad, special Goldie, make Black Dragon. Black Dragon for Quem, Goldie, chain 1, Quem, chain 2, send Cartesia. Reborn Cartesia. Cartesia for Grang, Grang send Albion, main phase 3, Albion for red. All high spirits, Titaniclad for Quem. Okay, so we're playing 2 Quem in that combo. Also thank you to Colo for following. We're gonna figure out some combos. Let's put a Bestial Lubellion in the deck as well. And then there's also one more effect of this card, which says, during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add a Dogmatica or Tri-Brigade from the deck to the hand. I'm not sure what the final lists will look like, but Dogmatica doesn't really have a lot of good targets in pure branded. Maybe we play this one, this new Fleur. But I guess the most impactful target is just the Tri-Brigade, because that can be Mercuria. And you are going to play Mercuria, obviously. Thunder Thighs Fleur. Let's read this new Fleur card. Let's read the new Fleur card. It says, during the main phase, if a monster special summoned from the extra deck is on the field, you can special it from the hand. And then if it's special summoned from the hand, you can set a Dogmatica trap, and it can be activated this turn while your opponent controls this guy. Something. I feel like this was disappointing. It doesn't recycle in the end phase, so it's easy to lose. What do you mean by that? This card doesn't recycle in the end phase? It recycles on summon. The Fallen and the Virtuous does count as a Dogmatica card, so it's fine. That is true, actually. This card was underwhelming because I don't want to set punishment. I like the fact that this was like a hand trap. This was like an in-engine hand trap. It was like a turn 0 play. But then the fact that it can only set punishment, which locks you out of the next turn as well. That kind of makes this card disappointing, you know? This one's not very good. It's better in other decks, I think. This is lab support? Yeah, this is better in other decks. Quem? I mean, I guess Quem, yeah. Quem is also a Dogmatica card. Yeah, Quem is also a Dogmatica card. But adding Quem is not a good effect. I will say that. Adding Quem is not a good effect. Anyway, we've got one more card, and this one might be the best one. Or like one of. This says this card is always treated as a branded and a Dogmatica. So here this is an actual target for the Stigmata Dragon. Activate one of these effects. Send one monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz from your extra deck to the graveyard. Then target one face-up card on the field as cost and destroy it. Alternatively, you can go, if you have an Ecclesia monster in your hand, if you have an Ecclesia monster in your field or graveyard, target a monster in either graveyard, special summon it to the field. I don't think this second effect is the most relevant. Could be. It could be. But I like this first effect. This first effect is crazy good. This is just a quick play pop that sends an Albaz fusion as cost, which is crazy. That's so efficient, right? That's like... Does anyone know this card? Final Bringer of the End Times? This was playable in Branded. I've played this in Branded because just the generic card that pops a card is like kind of good. Like this card is like playable just generically. This is like a Genesis card, you know? This is good. But this card is the same thing. Target a face-up card and destroy it. But you get to send an Albaz fusion for cost. In fact, it doesn't even say fusion. It says send one monster. I'm not sure if that's the final translation, but this would also allow you to send, you know, this new Synchro. 99% sure it's going to be pointed in Genesis? Oh yeah, for sure. This card has to be pointed in Genesis. Because this is too generic. This is way too generic. But what this card allows you to do, basically, is there is now a branded set for Albion. A target for Albion in the end phase. You can just set a card that is just a pop one. Right? So you now have Albion, a new option, which is just set the Virtuous and pop one. That's really good, in my opinion, because it is an Albion target that doesn't lose to Cold Buy or Maxi. You know, usually you would set branded in red or branded banishment. And these cards lose to Cold by the Grave or Bestials or Maxi. I think it's really cool that you can set one like this that doesn't rely on resolving like, you know, something that loses to a lot of cards. This one is like hard to stop. This one's just very reliable. I think that's really good. Especially with like hard drawing some of these, this makes a really good secondary edition. If it's that text, then send Melong is removed too. No, it doesn't send any monster. It has to send a monster that mentions Albaz. It just doesn't have to be a fusion. It could be the new Synchro. F and V, oh that's a good way of calling it. F and V, being a quick play reborn, means we can make our maxi dodge a Called by the Grave now. Well, you could always do that with Sanctifier. You could always do that with Sanctifier already. Anyway, that's all the new cards. I don't think this one's very good. Actually, there's this one. There's a new kit. Let's read the new kit, because I thought this kit is kind of good. This kit says, if you control the Tri-Brigade or Springans, you can special summon it. Cool. I don't really care about that one, because that's not really branded related. But this one says, this other effect, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one of the following monsters from your graveyard in defense position. A Tri-Brigade, a Springans, or most importantly, Albaz or any monster that mentions it. So you can use Kitt if she goes to the graveyard from anywhere, from the deck, from the hand, from the field, from face down. She will summon Albaz if you want it to. You can also revive Mirajade, right? Mirajade is a monster that mentions Albaz. So same way Quam revives it, you just revive it with the new kit as well. Which seems really cool, in my opinion. What else? New Dogmatica Trap? There's a new Dogmatica Trap. Oh, there's also this card, by the way, but, I mean, this card's not very good, right? This card says, if a monster special from the extra deck, special summon it. If it's special summoned from the hand, you can make each player send a monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. This one's not super good. An extra target for grass if the build runs it? Yeah, that's actually a really good point. If you have grass, and you now have an extra mill that's just a really good solid mill, right? You mill Kitt, this one just revives you Cartesia, or Quam. If you're going second, it revives you Albaz to force something on the field. You can hit this card and trigger it, right? This is just a good generic card. The new Dogma Trap is good. What is this new Dogma Trap? Is it, let's go to custom cards. This one, Dogmatica Beast? I don't think I've seen this card. What does this say? Is this the one? Is this it? The trap locks, so I don't know. This says target one monster in your graveyard or banishment. Okay, send to your graveyard one monster from your extra deck or one Dogmatica monster from your deck with attack equal or greater, and if you do, special summon it. Also, you cannot summon special summon from the extra deck to the end of your next turn. Okay, so it's the same as punishment. This card is not very good. This is not a very good card. This is worse than punishment, pretty much always. Especially in the context of the new Fleur, setting it as a quick play. Punishment is like 10 times better than this. This is like really bad, because this requires setup. This trap requires you to have a monster that you want to summon. So it's not even good as like the Fleur hand trap, and it's not really good on its own, you know? Like Monster Reborn on a trap, even if you get a little bit of bonus by sending something, Monster Reborn on a trap is not good. Like, that card exists. That card's existed since the start of the game, right? It's like Call of the Haunted, you know? Like, it's not a very good effect to use the trap for that. Anyway, I think that's all the new cards. So let's put together a new list and try and do some sample hands, see if we can come up with some combos. So what do we need? Let's first think about the new cards, actually. this guy. We probably want to play 2 of this. If I can find it. We probably want to play 2 of the white Albaz, the Shampoo Albaz. Isn't he basically a 1-card starter? He is a 1-card starter, yes. We can't play 3 though. We cannot play 3 because we need to play 1 regular Albaz. The reason why you want to play 1 regular Albaz is because this effect to fusion is still a core part of Branded. This is still super core to the deck. You need to be able to do this, so you need to play at least 1 Albaz. But because Albaz isn't a very good draw, cutting 2 of them and playing 2 of the new one is the most sensible thing to do. Until I test and prove otherwise, like that just feels like the most sensible thing to do. I can't find this new card. Why can't I find it? What's it called? Fallen of the White Dragon. Rinbrim Shenanigans. Okay, this one. Okay, so we're gonna play 2 of the new card. I think this card, the Fallen and the Virtuous, I think this is an easy 3 of. Personally, I think this is an easy 3 of. It's just such a solid card. Going second, it's super strong. Like, you don't get value until the end phase. You get to pop a card, obviously, but then you get, like, the value in the end phase. But that's totally fine. Anyone who plays a lot of Branded knows that you very often rely on the end phase going second anyway. Right? You actually break the board in the end phase, like very often, you know? So I feel like this card is actually still really good going second. And obviously it's fine going first, right? It just, you know, it's just a pop. It's just really good. You can even dodge Imperm with it, which is very nice. Is Quem 3 now or stay 2? Honestly, I don't see a reason why Quem moves from being a 1-of. Quem is a 1-of for me, and I don't see why she wouldn't be still a 1-of, personally. Let's put the rest of the deck together, though. We need a Grand Granola in the extra deck. I don't think we play Lulu. I think Lulu is, Cope. But I think we play the new Synchro and the new Fusion. And then we're gonna play Grand Granola, 40 or 60. I'm gonna build 60 for now. Oh, we also don't play this. We don't play this old Ecclesia. Let's play Garura. I think Garura is important. Verte is important. Abo is the only person I've seen who plays 2 Quem. Yeah, I don't really like 2 Quem because I don't think she's the best drawer, but maybe that changes in this new kind of list. What do we think of Deployment, by the way? Deployment might be, like, a much less desirable card if we're gonna have Fallen of the White Dragon in the deck. You know? We're gonna have Shampoo Albaz. Deployment might be, like, way less attractive. Because it does kind of conflict. I'll need some Despia cards. Let's play Aluba, let's play Aquaritas, 1 Tragedy. Getting Cartesia is still crazy? Well, it is still crazy. But maybe we could just play, like, multiple Cartesia. We're gonna want Shrouded. Let's play 3, but we probably won't play 3 in the end. We need Bestials. We need to play 3 Sarania. Let's put Magnamut in as well. What else do we want? We want to play multiple High Spirits. High Spirits is really good. Opening, let's play 1 opening for now. A second Albion. We want to play Branded in white. Branded Lost. Does Etude go hard now? I don't think so. Branded Lost is still so much better than Etude. Cartesia should count as an Ecclesia monster. I know, right? That would be so much better. That would be so much better. And we want a second Mirror Jade, I think. Second Mirror Jade. So extra deck's looking kind of tight right now, but I think this is fine. Isn't there another spell card that summons a fusion material without a lock? No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. We're gonna play Gold Sock. And then we're gonna play Thrust. We're gonna play Duplication. I'm gonna play 3 because I like duplication like this. And then we're gonna play Cold Buy. My Royal is useless, I guess. No, I'll be on the Sanctify. Yeah, I don't think Sanctify makes the cut in a tight extra deck. I don't think it makes the cut in a tight extra deck, personally. It could be good, though. It could make the cut over, like, Furious, maybe. Don't forget Branded Fusion. That's also a good cut, yeah. Don't forget Branded Fusion itself. Branded Fusion. What do you think about the new supports? I think they look really good. A lot of the cards look really good, and I'm excited to play with them. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about? What other cards do we play in Branded? You'd think I would know a Branded list off by heart. What am I forgetting about? I guess some non-engine. So we're gonna want some Super Poly. I think Super Poly's still good. 1 Talents? No, we're not gonna play that. Birdie? I have the bird. I have Makuria. Opening? I have opening. Opening's here. I think it's just non-engine. Maxi. I mean, usually we cut, like... From the regular lists, we're only up to, like, 50 cards. We could cut Coridas. I see some builds cut it already. Possibly. I don't like cutting Coridas. What dragons do you think Ecclesia would leave Albaz for? 0. There are 0 dragons that she would leave Albaz for. Have you seen him? Shampoo Albaz? I feel like I'm forgetting some engine that's really important. It'll come to me. Droplet. Oh, doggy chill. Chill doggy chill. Droplet? No, I don't think it's Droplet. Let me load up my oh, you guys saw my screensaver. Let me load up a different deck and see, just have a look in comparison. Is this brand? No, this is not a real branded deck. This is a Genesis branded deck. I don't have a branded deck. Okay. Why do I not know what's in branded? Why do I not know what's in branded? How do I not have this? How do I not know the deck list? What am I forgetting about? What am I forgetting about? Maybe I'm not. Like, maybe I'm not. Like, evenly matched? Fusion duplication? I have duplication. There's 3 duplication right here. Fake branded player? I know! I'm actually fake right now. We still have 3 shrouded as well. Fua? Maybe it's just Fua. If there's a combo piece that I've forgotten about, let me know. I'm sure it'll come up. I'm sure it'll come up. And let me do this real quick. Let me play Volcanic Brat. This will be a proxy for anything that we need. Let me cut Mirror Jade, and let's play Proxy Dragon. So if we decide we need anything, we can use those. Okay, let's have a look at some combos now. I just got here. Does Longhand Albaz also replace regular Albaz when you fuse from the deck? Yes, in some cases, yes. I mean, it counts as Albaz in the deck, so yes, you can send it, but there are times where you're gonna have to think about it now, right? Because one Albaz is different to the other. So sometimes you wanna, it depends which one you wanna send, you know? Okay, so what do we do with this hand? We got a new card, we got the Fallen the Virtuous, so if we normal Alba and we got Impermed, we could chain and dodge the Imperm. That's already a nice addition. If they didn't Imperm us, we would just win the game, right? With combo. Because like we have Dupe plus Fallen and the Virtuous. Like this is just full combo and more. Hi, what the hell is that game? This is the new Master Duel update. Meowing April, hello. Hello. Can we make the Albaz touch tips? Doggy chill, I want Jiggly Jiggly? Oh my god. You'll have to subscribe if you want Jiggly Jiggly, you know? Anyway, this is, can we do anything special with the kit? Can we do anything special with the kit here? I'm sorry, by the way. Look at how fucked up my game is. Can you see like how I need to update my drivers or something? Everything glitches. Like look at all the artworks. It looks so silly. Okay, it feels like a good mill or a late discard. Yeah, it's the kind of card that if you hold for the opponent's turn and then discard it then, it sounds pretty good. So let's just try comboing, see if anything comes up. One thing we can do with Shrouded, by the way, is we can send the new Albaz. Let me try sending the new Albaz to the graveyard. And then drawing a card. We drew Quam. High Spirits Kitt for Stigmata to get Cartesia. What type is the Stigmata dragon? This is a beast! Oh my god! This is a beast! You're right! This is a beast. So we can now High Spirits this Quam and this Kitt and the old Kitt. Brief study Poggies? Well, yeah, we're doing a little brief study today on the new cards. But continuing with the combo, I think there's a way to play, right? There's a way to do some fancy stuff here. We can go Albaz, Branded Fusion for Albion. Discard Kitt for Fusion Lub, Special Cartesia. Well, this is what I'm thinking, right? We can discard it for Lubellion, which means we can trigger it right now this time as part of the combo. And we can go send... I think we send regular Albaz here. Maybe? Yeah, send regular Albaz. And... Okay, so I've got two ideas. Sorry. We can go Lubellion, and then we can revive White Baz, White Albaz, Shampoo Albaz, and this can summon Cartesia, not Cartesia, Ecclesia, and then we can just leave the Ecclesia on the board, and it's Albaz on their turn. That's like fine. It's not really any better than what we would have had anyway though, because we already had Shrouded, which would have just sent another regular Albaz anyway. So we would have already had a Rindbrum play set up with Albaz. Let me try extending a little more. So I'm gonna send Cartesia instead for for Albion. Right, so we sent Cartesia. I'm sorry for my screen, by the way. Literally, I don't know why everything's so fucked up. We went Branded Fusion, we fused these two, and then we're gonna go Albion. Probably banish this one. It looks fine to me. Really? I think it's on your end. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Maybe it is just on my end. This is what it was with the video as well. I did a video for like combos for like Ryziel or whatever, I think, and it was like the screen doesn't work. But anyway, we're gonna go Lubellion now. How many of the new spell are you on? I'm on 3. So we go Lubellion, this card, the new kit. And now this is where the combo gets spicy. I'm gonna shuffle back our regular Albaz. We're gonna make Mirror Jade. And that's gonna trigger the kit. So we can summon. I thought you were joking with the messed up stuff. Oh. No, it doesn't look good to me. I think my screen's fucked up. But we're gonna summon Cartesia here. I think maybe the better play was to use this Albaz for Albion actually, because this one's worse in the graveyard, right? In the graveyard we want regular Albaz. So let's change that up. Let's change that up. Let's send regular Albaz. You look like a 7 out of 10? What do you mean by that? What do you mean I look like a 7 out of 10? Only a 7? Damn. Who thinks I'm a 7, chat? Anyway, so what can we do now? We can go activate Cartesia. Use like this. I mean, this doesn't seem that good. This is like not much better than the regular combo. What can we send? We can send this with Grand Granol, which is cool. But it doesn't really have a good graveyard effect. Despia Clip makes you at least an 8, thank you. You're an 8 like Mirror Jade? That's crazy. I like that one. Because we drew Quam, it's kind of ass, so I feel like we have to. What would I send here? What would I send in a real game? I think I would send Garura here and draw a card, unironically. I don't think I would have made Granganol actually. I think this is the wrong way to play it. But only because we drew the Quam. Only because we drew the Quam. Let's send this. Draw a card. Okay, that doesn't do anything. And then we just set. No? We just set. And we win this game anyway because it's crazy, right? We have this, we have this. We can set Branded in red. And like, this is not the best way we could have played this hand, but it's still winning. Because it's Mirror Jade, it's Albaz in graveyard, plenty of discards. Dupe plus Fallen the Virtuous for a pop 1. Can someone explain to me why Retribution can be activated in graveyard as a quick effect? Because it's a trap. That's just how it's ruled. Trap effects are always inherently quick effects. Unless they say otherwise. Like, a trap is just always quick. Let's try again. Let's try and get a more interesting hand. Okay, this is an interesting hand. So we drew the white Albaz. What would we do with this hand? So this card, if we want to synchro with it, clashes with the deployment. And also this synchroing clashes with Branded Fusion anyway. Branded Circular is like X, to be fair. I suppose it's more like X than Circular. What does the Synchro do? This is the Synchro. The Synchro summons a monster from our deck that mentions Albaz, and then it's a quick effect, so it does it again on the opponent's turn, which is really good. This sets up a fuse on the opponent's turn with Albaz, and it also sets up like a Quam on your turn. It does lock you out of Branded Fusion though, which is really important, because it makes this kind of weird. I'm gonna get rid of this grass, because grass kind of makes this really, really complicated. Let's just draw Magnemite, and let's think about what we do when we draw this card. So first of all, I'm not gonna do anything in the draw phase because I don't want to high spirits these yet. I think let's try activating this card, see what it does, and let's send as cost Albion. Which is usually, what do you mean? Albaz himself? What are you talking about? Oh, you can banish it temporarily as a quick effect to summon a monster that mentions Albaz? Yeah, that's going to be Albaz on the opponent's turn, so that you fuse. And on your turn, it can be anything. Anything, really. So let's summon this guy. Now let's trigger. Special summon Ecclesia from your hand, deck, or graveyard. No Verte? Yeah, no Verte. So many opinions, I'm overwhelmed. Let's see. Let's see where this goes. Because if you look at the rest of this hand, this hand is like good. This is like, you can get rid of this white Albaz and this hand is still really good because we get to like a lot of stuff here, you know? We have High Spirits plus Magnemite, and then like these two cards get to Branded Fusion. But let's see what happens when we Synchro. Let's use this effect first, actually. Let's summon out the Golden Sword Soul. Now let's make the new Synchro. Now let's activate the new Synchro. During the main phase, banish it, and then special summon a Fallen of Albaz or a monster that mentions it from the deck or graveyard. So we're going to banish, and we're going to summon from the deck. What do we want to summon here? I feel like Cartesia is a pretty good option. Because we need to get some fusions going, otherwise the board is just like not very good. Could be Quem though. I don't really like going for Quem like this. I'm gonna go Cartesia. Let's go Cartesia, and that's gonna trigger Sword Soul. And that's gonna summon back this card. We could go Grand Granol with these two, but I'm gonna try not to do that. Let me try using Shrouded? No. I guess we'll do this, and we'll send Branded Sword. And I kind of want to chain like High Spirits or Cartesia. Yeah, let's do this. Let's chain Cartesia, and then let's chain High Spirits, and let's send away this and Titaniclad. And let's grab Albaz, I think regular Albaz? Yeah, regular Albaz, sure. Then we resolve the Cartesia. Oh, you know what? That could have been a courier. That would have also been pretty good. And let's make... What should we make? Hello April, hello Tempest, hello. I guess we can make Grand Granol. Is this... How good is Grand Granol here? I was thinking of going Albion into Mirror Jade. Like that doesn't seem too bad. But maybe it is. Let's go Grand Granol. And then let's send... What should we send? I really like just doing Garura a lot. This is why I wanted to play this card. Because I feel like Grand Granol send Garura is like increasingly more common for me. Would you Albaz? Okay, well we haven't normal summoned yet, right? So that's actually a good draw. So we can go normal summon. Fusion dupe conflicting with new support hurts now. Deployment, yeah. I kinda... What do we want to get here? Like this card? Could get this card. Sure, let's get this card. Or actually, let's get Branded Lost. Let's get Branded Lost. I like Branded Lost more. And then we can go End Phase. We can go Titanoclad. Summon out Quem. Oh, I just realized Quem can send Kitt. So on summon, Quem can basically revive immediately. Like Quem could send Kitt, and Kitt could revive immediately. That's a play that now exists. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We have an Albaz in the graveyard. Do we have more than one? Yeah, we have this one. So I think we want to send... Maybe it is the Kitt. Maybe it's genuinely the Kitt. Right? Could it be the Kitt? No, it's not the Kitt. I think it's just Retribution. And then we go this one. The Albaz was a really good draw here because now red is like really good. We can add back the Cartesia, and then we can go red. Target this new Albaz. Banish it. Banish this one. And we go Lubellion. Yeah, Lubellion works. Lubellion discards Cartesia. This searches for Makuria. We make Mirror Jade. And then Quem's gonna revive the Cartesia. And then this is gonna return. Okay, it's not bad. It's a decent end board. It is decent. I mean, we have... What do we have? We have Albaz in the graveyard for Rinbrum. We have Mirror Jade Banish. We have Makuria. Cartesia can make... What can Cartesia make? We can make... I guess we fuse into... We summon Albaz with the Ecclesia here. And then we can make whatever we want. We also have Quem. We have Branded Sword. Add back Sword Soul from the Banished. So that's not bad. Yeah, Sword to get attack protection. Yeah, exactly. It's not bad, but it did rely on that Albaz draw, right? It relied on that Albaz draw. Let me try another combo. Let's see what we can do with just one of the new cards. Let's see if there's a good one card combo. So if we have just this card, and then maybe like a discard, maybe one random discard, what can we do? So if we activate this, we can send... I feel like Albion is better, but also Quem. Like both of these play really badly into Max Sieve, which sucks. Both of these play so bad into Maxi and Fua. Like both of them are so bad. It's probably Titaniclad that you send, because if you get impermed on this or something, or ashed, like the Albion does nothing. Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. Because of the new card. Right, so I think we send Albion because of the new quick play. So now we're a bit resilient into hand traps, right? If we go effect and we get ashed or impermed, this card can still set a relevant play, which is the Fallen and the Virtuous. I think that's better than summoning Quam, because Quam is like really easy to outplay. You can just go battle phase, you know? Or like not use the extra deck. So on summon, we're gonna use this. It's gonna summon Ecclesia. Let's do the same thing we did last time. Summon Golden Sword Soul. Now we can Synchro. We can't Verte. It sucks that this card does not let you Verte. Because of this effect, right? You're locked out of level 8s. I'm sorry, you're locked out of anything other than level 8 synchros and fusions. We still playing music? Yes, we are. Okay. So synchro these off. We're gonna summon this guy. Is this officially branded part 2 story? I believe so. Do we ever cut Verte? It might be. We might cut Verte. I'm not sure. Anyway, now we're gonna go effect, banish until the end phase. If we summon Quem here, what is the next play? We can go Quem. Yeah, okay, we can go Quem, Chainlink 1 Sword Soul. Oh my god, my game. I can't see anything. I'm looking at my stream. Like, you guys can see that? You can see the game. But my screen, I can't see anything right now. Oh my god. Game. It's so messed up. It's a field spell, I forgot what it does. New Frontier? That card's quite old. That's quite an old card. Why have I summoned a token? Why is my graveyard up here? What's going on? Why is my graveyard up here? I didn't know you could... Okay, you can move it. Okay. Where is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be in the middle? Is it supposed to be at the top? I don't know. It's supposed to be up here? Anyway, what my plan was is to go Chainlink 1 Sword Soul here, because we did banish the Synchro, and then Chainlink 2 Quam, so we can go Quam send Cartesia first, and then Sword Soul will resolve, which will summon the Cartesia. Okay. So now, assuming that we don't have any lights or darks in the hand, we can fuse these two. This is not super good, right? This is not super good. What does this do? We're gonna get this back in the end phase. That can summon Albaz or something on their turn. Sure. But how good is this play? What does Granganol send here? Send Titan, but you need 2 Quems. There's no world in which we go for another Quem. What it could be is... Could it be this one? Volcanic Rat Beatdown? Okay, let's send this guy. Let's send this guy. This is so bad, oh my god. I'm gonna go end phase. I'm gonna bring back this card. We're gonna get back Cartesia to the hand. We're gonna get back Ecclesia to the hand. We're gonna add this. We're gonna use Stigmata, which adds a Tri-Brigade. Okay. So we're gonna add Mercuria. Then we're gonna go Albion. We can add Branded in red. This is kinda cooking. Kinda. Activate Branded in red, target the new Albaz. And then we can go banish this Albaz and this Mercuria for Lubellion. Lubellion, this card, Cartesia. And then we can make Mirror Jade. Like, it's not super good, but it's not awful. It has Summon Albaz as a quick effect on their turn. It has Grand Granola effect. It has Mirror Jade Banish. We also get a search with Mercuria, by the way. That matters. Oh wait, that matters a lot, actually. Mercuria here is going to search the new kit. Yeah, we're going to search the new kit. I think this is good. Okay, so now what happens on the opponent's turn? At any time, we can go Mirror Jade. Let's send Rinbrum for now. Banish a card. At any time, we can go Ecclesia. Banish this card. Summon Albaz from the deck. Albaz discards Kit. Use away with something. That's 2 disruptions. Let's say we made Albion, right? We can go Albion effect. We can go Kit effect. Kit effect summons back the Quem. And then we get to go, let's say, banish this card and this card for Lubellion. We're gonna go Lubellion effect. And we can get Kit effect, Quem effect, sorry. Quem can send Sword. Lubellion can shuffle back, like, I guess this card, because it's a grind game piece, and this card. And we can make... Wait, this doesn't do it. This is a beast. This is a beast, so that's not... It can't be that one. This one. And we can make, let's say, Furious. And we can use the sword to add back the Mercuria. So now we have Mercuria negate, which is a 3rd disruption. And we have Furious, target Mirror Jade, destroy a card. That's a 4th disruption. And we also have Quem, revive Mirror Jade again afterwards, which is a 5th disruption. That's not that bad. That's not that bad for a 1-card combo. Because that's all guaranteed from 1 combo. How is Lubellion going to fuse itself into Furious? Oh, you're right. You're right. It can't do that. You're right. It literally can't do that. It'll make Chaos, I guess, and then we can't revive the Mirror Jade. Or we could just fuse other cards and keep the Lubellion on the board. But that's not really important because the way you're gonna play this turn 2 is gonna depend on what they do. So just in theory, you can get like 4 or 5 disruptions here from just the one, the new Albaz, as a 1-card combo, with actually no discards. We didn't need to discard this rat. Every discard we were able to search for. So this is technically like a pure 1-card combo, which is kind of rare in Branded. We need an open slot to get Ecclesia back on the field. I mean, if we have a full board in the end phase, we're winning the game, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you're right. Let's put back this and draw another card. Okay, what could we do with a hand like this? I mean, this is just a regular old hand, right? We didn't draw any new cards. Do we do anything different with new cards? Try with grass? Yeah, grass with the new kit sounds really good. Grass with the new kit does sound really good. Oh my god, I'm looking at the stream. I can see that I'm literally in the main phase on stream, but I'm like stuck. I can't activate anything. Okay, there we go. Wait, what can we do with deployment if we summon the new Albaz? Is that a good play? I don't think that is a good play. I don't think that was a good play. I think we just go Cartesia, like usual. Is there any Draco Tail cards that could improve this deck? I don't know, I'm just a Master Duel normie. Me too. I'm a Master Duel normie too. I don't know if Draco Tail improves this deck. I don't know. But like, this is just a standard combo, right? A standard combo that already wins the game. Are we really not getting Branded Fusion here? Of course we are. Do we ever Fusion deploy new Albaz? That's what I was just thinking about. I think the answer is like no. Unless you're gonna go Albaz anyway, right? If you're gonna go Fusion deployment to summon Albaz anyway, to go second and break their board, you can go through the extra steps, right? You can go new Albaz into Ecclesia into old Albaz. So it's the same thing, you just get more cards into rotation, right? Especially the Ecclesia, because you want that in rotation, right? Because that's a discard in the end phase. It turns on other effects for like the fusion. Dracotail 100% improves Branded. The question is if Branded improves Dracotail. I think it's the other way around, but I haven't seen the Dracotail cards. I don't know what they do. But I think it might be the other way around. At least the hand trap one, the one that is a turn 0 hand trap, that one seems good. That one seems good in Branded. Anyway, we're gonna send... I really like sending old Albaz, just because if anything wrong happens, if anything goes wrong, like hand trap wise, this one is so much better to have in rotation, right? So I think I like sending old Albaz a lot. And the regular line here would just go Lubellium. Can't be active on chat, but I will be here in the stream. Good luck testing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hold on. We could have gotten access to some new cards if we wanted to. We could have gotten High Spirits, discard Fua, and that could have gotten us to the new kit or the new white Albaz. Me like watch anime woman play with purple cards. What a coincidence. That's kind of what we're doing. That's kind of what this stream is. Instead of discarding for Lubellion, What if we had done something else? No, this is fine. This is fine. This is still the right way to play it. Just because in practice, like, I don't think there's any world where I wouldn't play it like this, right? Because the High Spirits plus the Fua acts as a follow-up play through any disruption, right? So, like, I would never use this first. So I think this is exactly how I would actually play it. And then we use this Albaz into Mirror Jade. So far this is all regular branded. Standard branded. Then we do this. Okay, is this where we get a little spicy maybe? Okay. Okay, I think I can see some spice. I can see some spice. Let's, because ordinarily what I would do here is I would use the Grand Granule to send Titaniclad. Titaniclad would summon Quam. But because we already have access to Quam anyway through Grand Granule, we could do something better. Hi April, how long have you been cooking? Just this stream. Just for like an hour or so. We've been talking about the new cards, I've been reading them. And then we've been cooking, just playing with them, basically. Just playing some combos. But what I'm looking at here is, what if we add the new kit with Lost here? And then with Grand Granule, we can send this card, the Stigmata Dragon. This seems pretty good. And now what we can do is... What can we do here? Oh my god. Do we want to use this yet? Maybe not. Maybe not? No, this is fine, right? We go activate High Spirits. Oh, wait, no, my bad. My bad. There's no reason to send this with Grand Granule. No reason to send that. So we're going to send that with the High Spirits. So instead, let's send Sarania, maybe? I feel like I wouldn't send Sarania even. I feel like yet again, I would send a Verte here. Like, yet again, I'm not Verte, sorry. Garura to draw a card. Like, yet again, I'm doing that. And then I wanted to do this. We wanted to discard the kit and send this new card. And we want to search for... What do we want to search for? We could search Shrouded. Just draw a card. Actually, yeah, we could just... Let's do that. I got a better idea. Let's not draw this Branded Fusion. Let's not send Garura. I think that was a misplay. With Grand Granule, what we could have sent instead is Sarania into Retribution. I like that better. Sarania into Retribution to the graveyard. And then when we go High Spirits for the kit, we get the trigger Kit. I'm gonna revive the Cartesia. And then I'm gonna go Shrouded. And we're gonna send, let's send this card, the Fallen and the Virtuous. And we draw one. Actually, that might be the wrong one. I was thinking we can get access to this with Retribution, and then Branded in Red sets Albion sets Branded in Red. But that's probably better to do it the other way around, right? Because we play 3 of this new quick play. So we've got a chance of drawing it with the Shrouded just now. So let's send the red, because then if we do draw into it, we obviously, you know, it's not redundant. So let's do it this way around. The red is also kind of more important, I think. So this is the better way around to do it. And then we can just set. Go end phase. And here we get this card, which searches for Makuria, right? Yeah, this card just adds Makuria in the end phase. This might be the new standard way to get Makuria with Stigmata. Hear me out. Doesn't this new Albaz make Alba Lenitus more conceivable since it wouldn't even use a normal? You are correct, yes. You are absolutely correct. I don't know if extra deck space will allow it, but if the format is good for Lenitus, the way that new card makes it way better. That is true. And then what else do we have? We have Albion here, which is gonna go for the Fallen and the Virtuous. Okay, there might have been some better plays here, but what do we have on the end board? We have a Mirror Jade Banish, we have a Negate, we have Magnamut, we have the Fallen and the Virtuous, Compulpa card, we have branded in red. We don't have a target for it, but the idea is they're gonna trigger Grand Granol, right? And then we go into Quem. And then Quem sends Albaz. Regular Albaz. Then we can revive it with Rinbrum, fuse, add it back, you know, do all kinds of stuff. Maybe. It's kind of hard to test hand branded just because the way that you actually do it on their turn is like, it's impossible to tell, you know, it depends what they do. But turn 1 could be something like that. That was just a regular line though. We drew a regular hand. This one is a brick. This is a brick. No grass? You want to do a grass hand? Let's do a grass hand. Let's restart until we draw grass. There's grass. Okay. So if we had this hand, it would definitely start with grass. Then let's say we mill... Are we gonna mill 20? Opponents on a 40 card deck? Sure. Let's mill 20. Oh, slash mill 20. How do you do this? Like that? Wait, why isn't it working? How do I mill? Has to be 10 or less? Oh. Okay. And then we do it again. Slash mill 10. Okay, what do we have? We milled a Shrouded, Cartesia opening. Wait, this is kind of an ass mill, but it works. We're gonna trigger Sarania. We didn't mail the kit. We did not mail the kit, unfortunately. What do we send? Retribution, right? And then we're gonna have to do this. Albion from the hand. We're gonna get to the kit anyway. We're gonna send Branded Fusion. And then we're gonna draw one. Which is, oh, we drew this. Well, that makes a big difference, right? Because now we don't have to go Branded Fusion. We can do this. But which is better? Like, right now, I could add back Branded Fusion, resolve Branded Fusion, or I can resolve White Albaz. And I feel like the Branded Fusion is better. Anyone want to make an argument for why we should do this one? Like, grass was probably getting ashed if they had it. I kind of just want to go Branded Fusion here. Yeah. Because our opponent is going to ash Branded Fusion, I feel like they would have ashed grass. You know, first action grass at a 60 card deck almost always takes ash. White Albaz is one card Yomi, Mitsu, and Fiendsmith combo. So having to go with him. There is no way he's that. There is no way he's that. Unless you're talking about normal summoning him. Yeah, I guess if you normal summon it, you can summon the Ecclesia, and then it's obviously like whatever you want, right? It's a Synchro 8 with no lock, or a Fiendsmith line. It's it's actually crazy now that I think about it. You could normal summon this guy, summon Ecclesia, overlay for Feral Imps, and then search Habakiri. You could do that if you wanted to, which is like kind of cringe. The new cards allow you to access fusions without Brafu. I don't think that's true. Seen someone hold for Brafu when resolving grass, they surrendered after I milled good. Anyway, I want to try something here, because what do we have here? I banished a card. What do we have in the graveyard? We have a Cartesia and a Quam. So here's an idea. We go Branded Fusion, we send regular Albaz, and we send the new Kitt. What if we send the new Kitt? Is that a good play? Oh my god, hello maybe activate button fusion, thank you. Thank you for fusing our buttons together. It's a good play, let's play it out. It is a good play, let's play it out. Let's send the new Albaz and the Kitt. I was just thinking ahead if it was actually the best play, because we are kind of losing Lost here. But anyway, we get to go Albion, and then we get to chain Kitt. The good thing about this play is that if we got impermed on this Albion here, because this is our first monster on the board, I guess we're playing through it. We actually play through it anyway, because we have the Fallen and the Virtuous. But let's activate the Kitt, and then I think we want to summon Quam, right? Quam goes the hardest here. We go Quam, and then we resolve Albion. So let's banish this and Alaba. Actually, not Alaba. Should be Saranir, right? Because Alaba has a graveyard effect. Put him back. And then we go Lubellion. Activate. I guess we have to discard one of these redundant cards. And then we also get Quam on summon effect and Quam other trigger effect. Revive Cartesia here. Sending... what do we send here? Sword? Mercuria? I like Sword. Actually, we need to get access to Albaz again, don't we? Do we want to just send Albaz again? Maybe. Let's just send Albaz again. Where is the Albaz? Oh, I can't because of the chain links. Okay, because of the chain links, we would have had to have gone chain link 1, Quam, chain link 2, Lubellion, which is possible. So let's just do that. Let's imagine we did that. And let's just send the one Albaz. You gotta get used to having one of the regular guy. That's gonna be a challenge. If we mode Lubellion here, that would have been crazy, because we just get to Lost anyway. But we don't, and that's fine. We can go Fusion into these. What can this send? This card? This card searches Mercuria. You know what? I'm kind of realizing that while Lost is really good, one of its main uses is replaced, right? Its main use of searching for Mercuria, well, that's one of the uses of Lost. There is another way to do that now with this card, so maybe Lost isn't as important. And then from here we can just like set and pass, right? For the rest of this turn, except synchros. Okay, so this is a retroactive. This isn't a retroactive lock. So here we can just go effects, right? Do we want to use this? I feel like we would surely want to use this. Surely. And then on summon, yeah. We're gonna send Titaniclad, right? And then on summon, we summon Ecclesia. And then we're gonna go end phase. And then what do? We get Mercuria with Stigmata. 100 years of branded support. Hell yeah. Also, thank you to Subgooben for following. Subgoob. We get Mercuria here. We have Titaniclad, which is gonna search for another Albaz for a discard. And we also have Cartesia add back to hand, and we also have High Spirits add to hand. I think, yeah. And then we have Albion. And then we already have Dupe and Virtuous here. So I guess we just set red. And look at this. This end board is pretty good, right? We've got a lot of cards in play here. It's pretty good. Grubby subs? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? We could have tuned for a level 8 synchro with that Enfield. No, we resolved Branded Fusion. We can't synchro. We could not have synchroed at the end of this combo because we did Branded Fusion. Yeah, I mean, if we could synchro, it's always going to be this one, right? It's always going to be Ecclesia of the Black Dragon. This one is always the best one in Branded now, unless you're playing like a hybrid deck. Okay. So what I'm realizing, what I think I'm realizing is that I don't think this card is as custom as everybody thinks it is. I don't think this is as crazy as you think it is originally. Like, maybe there's a new build of Branded that looks completely different. But I don't know about pure Branded in this card, because I feel like most actual hands, Lost plus Banishment was way better. Like, yeah, like Branded Lost is a very good card. It's very, very good. And you are kind of replacing Lost, you know? If you're not going to go Branded Fusion for Albion sending Bestial Lubellion, then you're not getting to Branded Lost very often. Which means you're going to have no Lost on your end board. So, and like, Branded Fusion is the best card in the deck, so like, as good as this is, I kind of don't know if it's going to be that common. It's custom as a normal summon engine, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, let's just look at a few opening hands and see if how we would play them. You're forgetting it baits Ash? No, that's not true. The card does not bait Ash. Because not only are they gonna think about holding it because it's branded, so they're gonna try and hold it for Branded Fusion, but if you started with this card, right? If this card is in the hand, you can send a monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Also, you cannot summon for the rest of the turn except level 8 fusions. And then on summon, actually you're right. You're actually right. If you ash the on summon effect, you can still then go Branded Fusion, of course. Do you think this will get ashed? I feel like you wouldn't ash this. I feel like that's way too risky. That's kind of like ashing Alaba, you know? I feel like most people will not ash this. Because you can just wait for them to synchro, then ash the synchro, And then you know that you're not getting branded fusion after that, right? Because they've synchroed. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that this gets ashed very frequently. I think most ashes will be saved. If we look at this hand real quick, this is another hand where I think I'm playing regular branded. You know, I'm going tragedy, search branded fusion, playing regular branded with this hand. What about this one? Well, this one's kind of bad, but this one has to be played a little, like, this one has to be played kind of weirdly. What's the right way to play this? It's like this, right? Do we make Furious? No. Do we make Titanic Lad here? I think we make Titanic Lad. Yeah. And then it's Sarania, send Lubellion. Tribute Titanic Lad for Lubellion. Bring out Branded Lost. Then it's Normal Summon. Then it's Verte. Then it's Mirror Jade. And we send Branded Fusion and Albaz, which we can send this one. We have to send this one. And then we go Branded Lost, and I would get... I mean, it has to be like Shrouded. It has to be Shrouded here. And then we go Shrouded, sending probably Retribution. I like Retribution here. Okay, Magnum's fine. And then we go set, and then we get Titanic Lad. We can't summon because of Verte, but we can add... I feel like we have to add Albaz, because I don't want to waste my Quem. Actually, no, let's add Quem. Let's add Quem. And then this is fine, right? But like that wasn't anything really special. Okay, so if we had this hand, how would we play this hand? This going first, this is again just kind of regular branded, right? This is Aliber into... I guess we could forcefully go for something else. Does this summon from the graveyard? It does summon from the graveyard, okay. So we could go High Spirits here. And then we go High Spirits, discard Ecclesia? Add the new Albaz. And discard Grand Granol. Then we use this effect, and we're sending Albion. I think this card is really good, you know, but I kind of feel like it's better in non-branded decks. Does that sound crazy to say? Like, as an engine, one card, send Albion so that you can set a Fallen and the Virtuous, which is a pop, and then get a Synchro 8. That just seems like good value. That just seems like good value, you know? But we're gonna summon this, I'm gonna activate it, and that gets Ecclesia from the graveyard, yeah. Now let's use it to summon Sword Soul. More Sword Soul support than branded? I don't even know if it counts as Sword Soul support, because you can't make Chi Shao. You can't make Chi-Shao with it because it's not generic. Chi-Shao needs a worm. Here we go Synchro. Yeah, we Synchro into this guy. Then we use this effect, which goes and summons Cartesia from the deck. We have to go Cartesia here. And then we go Cartesia, use with these. Okay, we're kind of cooking now. Activate, and we can banish Albaz from the graveyard. And we could banish the Mercuria, but then we're kind of vulnerable. No. We definitely banish this Mercuria. And then we summon this. April High, hello Blaze. What I'm saying is that it's just a decent plan B. Well, it's a plan B, but it's kind of like... it's kind of like a plan B that you have to choose to go for first, which is like not the ideal plan B. Anyway, we're gonna summon this, which discards this and triggers this. So now we're gonna get... We've already normal summoned, so let's just get Shrouded. And we make Mirror Jade. And we also banish the sword to add back this. And we could have also triggered the Golden Sword Soul if we wanted to. How good would that have been? How good would triggering this have been? I kind of like not triggering it because I want to trigger it on their turn. We could trigger it at any time using this Black Dragon. So let's just save it until we know exactly what we want to do with it. And now here we can go... Shrouded. I kind of want to send Albaz here. Yeah, we want to send Albaz. We drew Branded Fusion, which we can't use. We can't use because we synchroed. And then that's pass turn, right? It's just pass. Wait, this got banished, but now it's coming back. Yeah, I get it. We can add back this, add back this, and then use this one, which sets... I really like setting the Fallen and the Virtuous. Is it just me that thinks that this card is crazy? I guess one pop isn't that good. It's still stronger to go like red, because the ceiling is higher. So probably still set like red here. I really like the ordering though. Like you have to go Rinbrum, revive Albaz first, and then red target Albaz. Whereas with the Fallen and the Virtuous, you can like do whatever, you know? You can use this whenever you want. It also technically lets you revive the Albaz before using Mirror Jade, which is something that you don't always think about anymore because it's always been this way, right? You always have to banish to send Rinbrum and then revive. But I guess technically we could do it the other way around using this. I kind of like setting this card. This card is good. How do we get Albion Engrave? You mean this other Albion? You mean this one? It sends for the cost of the new Albaz. Shampoo Albaz sends it. Shampoo Albaz sends it as part of the cost. That's why I called him Branded Circular. So both already used. Yeah, this is the end board. This is the end board from that hand. But if you guys remember what the opening hand was, it was like Alibur, High Spirits, and then a target. Or sorry, it was Alibur and a target for High Spirits. So we chose to get that card and go for this line instead of just getting Branded Fusion and doing a normal line. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. That was impressive. We need some more music. Let's get the music going again. This is more ash resistant maybe. Breathroot can be ashed and we are done. Yeah, you know what's annoying though? This is the part that makes it really annoying. Let me make this really clear. Let's get this card on the board. And let's get Branded Fusion on the board. Okay. Branded Fusion on the field. In the monster zone. Hello. Hello, Hexabyte. Wow. Look at this. This card can be ashed. The first thing that you do with this card after summoning it can be ashed. Which means if you synchro into this card and then get ashed, you pass and you can't follow up with Branded Fusion because you've synchroed. And if you use Branded Fusion and you get ashed, you can't synchro afterwards. So they both, in a way, lose to ash in the same way, because even if you have follow-up ways to play Branded, if your synchro has been ashed, you kind of can't play because you've summoned a synchro. So you can't use Branded Fusion. Why is Branded Fusion in the Master Zone? I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point. So, like, I don't feel like it plays better into Ash. I really don't. Because as soon as you summon a Synchro, anybody knows that Ash is fair game now. They don't have to wait for Branded Fusion. They can Ash anything. This card immediately gets Ashed. But can't we use it on their turn? Yes. At the very least, this card will not be passed into nothing. Right? At the very least, this is Summon Albaz on their turn. Which is a fusion. Which is a play. You know, that's a disruption. At the very least. But that's still not good. It's still not super good. Can't you just use Branded Fusion to bait Ash at this point? No. Because if Branded Fusion gets Ashed, you still can't Synchro. You still can't Synchro afterwards, even if it gets Ashed. A more important question, what's the play under Roach? That's another important question, right? The new Albaz is so bad into would you double Branded Fusion? The new Albaz is so bad into Maxi and Fua. It summons from hand and then from deck. That gives a draw for Fua. Like a lot of draws for Fua. You have to give 2 draws for Fua just to end on 1 disruption. And you have to give 3 draws. No, you have to give 2 draws for Maxi. Right? Because we can do this. It's not inherent summon like Axe. No, it activates. It activates. So, under Fua, if opponent Fuas me, we go activate this and send Albion, and they Fua me, or rather, they wouldn't Fua me yet, right? They would let me summon from hand, and then they would Fua me here. We can go summon Ecclesia, and that's 1 draw for Fua. We could just pass turn, to be fair. Now that I think about it, it's a lot better than I thought. We could just pass turn. They've got 1 draw. Albion sets the Fallen and the Virtuous. So we get this card, which is a pop. And we have Incredible Ecclesia summon Albaz on their turn. So it's still like disruptions. It's Sanctify a Pass. It's not Sanctify a Pass. This is better than Sanctify a Pass. Because Sanctify a Pass is essentially just a fusion summon. It's just a summon of Albaz on their turn. And that's what Ecclesia is. But we also have the Fallen and the Virtuous, which is a pop. Right? So this is better. This is 2 disruptions against Fua for 1 draw. Against Maxi it is 2 draws, but it's still not that bad. Especially if we set like Branded back row, like Super Poly. Okay, how is this hand? This hand looks very, very good. This hand looks really good. I really like this hand. Let's not do another grass hand though. Also, thank you Hexabyte for following. Oh, what do we do with this hand? But we go end phase with that board and the Ash Albion. I know, that would happen. Like, realistically, this is what happens in Branded. You do get hand trapped to death sometimes. Build a house with that hand? Yeah. Oh. Oh, we got another one. We got another one. What would we do with this? How good is this hand? Like, this is still set. And there's still something going on here. Right? We still have something going on, I believe. Okay, this is another hand. Okay, this one's really interesting actually. Let's play this one. So what we could do here is we could add Branded Fusion. We could add Branded Fusion. And then what would we do with Branded Fusion? We would go Lost, Branded Fusion, Albion, search Makuria, into Lubellion, search for Shrouded, add back Makuria with Sword, draw one, Mirror Jade, set the Fallen and the Virtuous, pass with Super Poly, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But if instead we went for High Spirits and we tried to do a Synchro play, we can reveal this guy, send Grand Guinol, and get the new Albaz. This sends Albion. I really like sending Albion every time, just because this is so bad into Max C and stuff. I really appreciate having Albion sat, you know, or Albion sat available, because we can always set. Like, this is my favorite thing about the new card. I think my favorite new support card is definitely this one, the Fallen and the Virtuous. This card is so good. I really like what it does with Yay Jiggly. What do you mean by Yay Jiggly? You want me to do a little jiggle for you? I really like what this card does with Albion, because it means that you don't need any setup, right? Red and Banishment need a target. Red and Banishment need a target. This doesn't need a target. So Albion just vanilla with nothing else in rotation is still a play. It's still a disruption. So I think High Spirit Send Albion is going to be a lot more common than it used to. What are the rats doing in this deck? The rats are just there to be random discards. Because I don't know the combos. I was figuring out the combos. I didn't know if we would have needed discards, so I just threw in some blanks. Moral support, yeah. Anyway, let's carry on playing. So we went High Spirits, discard this. White Baz, send this. Summon himself. Then activate. Actually, we should have activated Branded Lost, I think. Branded Lost should be on the board by now. And then we go Ecclesia. Now we Synchro. I think if you can get to Alibur, by the way, it's really good. If you get to Alibur first, that's really good, because then you can leave that Albaz on the board as fusion material, which is really good, because that means you can access fusion monsters without having to resolve Branded Fusion. So I feel like Alibur search High Spirits into the new Albaz is a really good play, because that lets you do this. I also always want Alibur in the graveyard instead of banished. Yeah, that is true. But I feel like this is an even bigger reason, right? Having this on the board right now means that we can summon Cartesia from the deck with the Black Dragon, and we can immediately make Albaz fusions rather than, you know, just Grangonol, which we've already used in this case. So it's actually really good that we have Albaz here. Can we activate Shampoo chain opening to discard it? Will it still send from the extra deck? Yes. Yes, this sends as cost. So you will send first, then you will chain opening. You would discard this. It won't special summon, but it will also still lock you. You will still be locked with this effect. So keep that in mind. Anyway, here, what can we do? What can we do? I don't really want to discard my Super Poly, if I'm honest. Don't really want to discard my Super... Wait, do we want to trigger the Grangonol? I mean, the Sword Soul? Do we keep playing the normal Albaz after this? Oh yeah. Yeah, you need to play at least one regular Albaz. I think we don't use Sword Soul. I think what I'm going to do here is activate Cartesia, use these away, and I'm going to make Albion. Right? No, Albion's not very good. Is it? Is Albion good here? This doesn't seem super good. I have to discard the Super Poly. Although I guess we could do this. We could do this. We could banish you into Rebellion. Discard, and then Mirror Jade. We do get a branded Lost Search, which gets us to... Wait, I messed up. I messed up. Okay, go back. Go back. Banish. We fusion summon into Albion. Chainlink 1 Albion, Chainlink 2 Lost. I can't believe I forgot about my Lost Search. And then we get Makuria, and this is way better. Then we banish the Albaz and the Makuria. Yeah, this is way better. My chicken has too many spices. My lobster has too much butter. Damn. Yeah, we banish this guy. And then we get to discard this, and we get to search with this. And that's gonna be Shrouded. Okay, we're making a very Branded Fusion-esque line without resolving Branded Fusion, which is kind of cute. It is kind of cute. And then we use this. We're gonna send Sword, which we're gonna banish. And we're gonna add back the Merc. We drew Branded Fusion again. Which we can't activate, but it's fine. That's just our Super Poly discard. And in the end phase, we have this, I suppose. We don't have an Albaz in the graveyard, which isn't super strong. This is, like, not that good. But I guess we have Grangonol. So when they trigger it, we get Quam, that gets Albaz. Yeah, it's still pretty good. It is still pretty good. And let's set Branded in red here for a bit more ceiling. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Seems like Retribution being set is more viable. Why? Because there's a a monster on the board that looks like it would be more neat and tidy in the extra deck. Retribution could be good. It could be Retribution. It could be. We also get this back. Completely forgot about this. Wait, we also get this. So now we don't need to trigger the Grand Granola to get to Albaz. We can just summon it from the deck if we want to. Or Fallen of the Virtuous. Yeah. We can also just do that. Since we have a Ecclesia in the grave, allowing for Mirror Jade resummon or Pop Send. I think the Pop Send is almost always the way to use the quick play spell. Almost always. But it's pretty good. I think what I might be noticing, I'm getting a hunch now that the end boards are actually kind of comparable. Like whether you resolve Branded Fusion or skip it to play White Albaz. If you resolve everything, the end boards are kind of comparable, maybe. Okay, so if we had this hand, what would we do? What would we do with this hand? I don't think we're opening in the draw phase, because we don't want to lock ourselves. We already have Alibra anyway. I think what I would do in this hand is activate Shrouded to start with. And I would send regular Albaz. And we would draw a card. Draw another Shrouded, sure. Then I would try to go Alibra. And we have the red to dodge Imperm here. That's why we sent Albaz. And if it resolves, we could get Branded Fusion. Let's think about hand traps, okay? Let's think about hand traps. If we got Branded Fusion, and let's say the opponent has Ash, right? And then we go activate Branded Fusion, and they chain Ash. What can we do from that position? It's not bad. It's not actually terrible. We could go opening to summon Quem. We could go Fallen. We could do this guy. Go White Albaz. Get access to Albion set in the end phase. And we have the Branded in red already set up. We get to Quem and Cartesia because of this card actually triggers Quem, right? So we would do this first, right? We would go this. We would summon Quem. Quem can summon Cartesia. Then we can go special summon this by sending Albion to the graveyard. Then we will get to trigger it and trigger Quem at the same time to bring back the Cartesia. And this would summon Ecclesia. Not bad, right? We also forgot to send something with Quem. We also forgot to... Oh no, we didn't. We sent Cartesia. My bad. And then here we can't Synchro because we tried to use Branded Fusion and then we used Opening, so we can't Synchro. But we can go like this. And what should we make here? What should we make? If we had another discard, it would be like nice to go Lubellion to Mirror Jade. But because we don't, I kind of don't want to discard the red. Sorry. From here, what we can do is maybe make this one. Maybe just Grand Granola. Or it could be Albion. Albion number 2. No, that doesn't seem very good. Since Albaz engraved, couldn't we have sent Rinbrum with Shampoo? Use into Albion, banish, cut, and something to get Grang, send Lubellion. We need to get to Branded Lost. I mean, we can still do that right now. But we could have sent something else, you're right. And then we go Albion into, yeah, like you said, exactly like you said. I think I'm just gonna fuse these two into this. And then effect of Granganol. I like sending Stigmata here. So we can get Merc. And then we just like straight up pass, right? We just get this back. We get this and this. So we get Merc. And we get a set, which could be... I like the Virtuous here because we don't have Mirror Jade on the board. So sending Rinbrum with this sounds pretty nice. We have a lot of ways to fuse, because we have Quem. This can't summon regular Albaz, because regular Albaz is in the graveyard. So this on the board isn't super good. Maybe for that reason we should have... we should have kept this on the board and fused this away, Cartesia, so that it comes back to hand, and now we have a second discard. That might be a little better. For whatever this is worth. Yeah. So, okay, through Ash on Branded Fusion, we still did a little bit. This card still generated a lot of value without getting to the Synchro. So that was interesting. That's interesting. Should we play the 2500 Sword Soul card for this reason? What do you mean? Which one? You mean the... Which one? The Iris Sword Soul? What are you... I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we play the Iris Sword Soul. There's already a second target anyway, which is the Golden Sword Soul, technically. There's already a second target. And then here... Okay, what do we do with this hand? This hand looks like it's just gotta play normally, right? This hand is just... I guess we'll start Shrouded. And we'll send OG Baz. And we'll draw a card. You know what's crazy, by the way? You know what's actually crazy? I just realized. I have one Royal Alt Art Branded Fusion. If the deck now plays just one Albaz, that's gonna be so peak that I have the best Albaz in the game. The Royal Alt Art. I have the single best Albaz lineup. Finally. Finally. We do Thrust, which is like kind of fine. And then this is just like a regular combo, right? This is just sort of, does this change at all? From anything? I don't think this changes. Oh, maybe. What do we search here? What do we send with the Grand Granol? I feel like Albion's a really good send. Because it's safe into Ash on this Branded Fusion. But I also kind of like this one again. I really like sending this with Grand Granol. This might be one of the common sends now. Because this is just Mercuria, you know? It's just a free Mercuria. Which is kind of nice. It also searches the new kit, which I haven't done yet, but I need to remember that that is possible. And then we just do Extended Line. Yeah, and here we're definitely just doing something normal. Oh, it's gonna be so crazy when we get these in Master Duel. I can't wait to royal them out. I have a royal Ecclesia. You know this card? Where is it? This one? I have a royal one of these. And that's finally gonna be part of the main set. I also have a royal Golden Sword Soul, which is finally gonna be like staple. Even though I already played it every time anyway. Here it's gonna be this. We're gonna leave regular Albaz in the graveyard. Ditch Thrust. Make Jade. Tribute. Get lost. And then we can just pass, right? And it's like kind of crazy. Passing is like good here. We get this. We get Muck. And then we set branded in red. And we could also add it to the hand. Is that very good? No, it's not really very good. Could also be, now that I think about it, I think I like Retribution a little better. I like Retribution here. We have 2 targets in graveyard to recycle. And this is again pretty good, but this was a regular line. Like this is nothing new except for the Stigmata. We would have gotten access to Lost searching Makuria anyway. It would have just been slightly later on their turn. So maybe that's not worth it, now that I think about it. Is it worth getting Makuria in the end phase with this card? Or is it worth sending Garura to draw a card? Because we're going to search for Makuria anyway with Lost. The difference that I thought of was by sending this early, right, with the Grand Granol, because we used that effect before we searched for Branded Fusion and before we resolved it. So let's say we got Ashed or Impulsed. It would have been nice to search Makuria anyway because we had the Fallen and the Virtuous, which can send Rinbrum. We have the Albaz set up, so we could have gotten to an Albaz Fusion anyway. And then the Makuria would have likely been good over a random draw. So like maybe it's worth doing this. But I think it's worth keeping in mind that there's still no better search on the opponent's turn than Makuria if you don't have it. So I guess now we at least get Golden Sword Soul as well, which is extra ceiling, extra potential, you know, to not die. Pretty good. Okay, this hand does not look very good. What would you guys do with this hand? What's your guys' play here? Who is drawing a card? Who wants to draw a card? You know, who wants to risk it? Brafu Pass? Is this Brafu Pass? I always draw a card? I feel like if you draw a card, you are risking it, right? Oh, by Brafu Pass, you mean send Branded Fusion and then set Duplication, right? That's what you mean? That's what you mean. Yeah. You could go, Shrouded... Sorry, you could go Shrouded Summon. Right? And then pitch the Banishment. And make Verte. Right? You beat Maxi because you have Cold Buy. And if you get Impermed, it doesn't matter because you sent for cost anyway. And then set, like you could do it like this. Couldn't you also just send Albaz and draw the Brafu like a real man? Perhaps. I don't want to waste my banishment is the issue. Well, your banishment's never doing anything. Your banishment's never doing anything Like, it's usually not doing anything. It depends on the list. Depends on the list. But you're right. I think it's viable to draw a card though. I think that's a viable plan. Okay, this hand is crazy. Obviously, we're playing this one. This hand is so good. Like, this hand is so good. Okay, a hand like this. What do we do with a hand like this? We're gonna have to send Albaz, I think. Regular Albaz. We do Tragedy, which is combo. We can summon. Okay, here's a funny line. Right? We summon the Bestial. We go banish. Yeah, summon the Bestial, summon the Tragedy. Then we make this. And then we use Sarania. And what does Sarania send? I kind of want to send the Fallen and the Virtuous, right? And then we can reset it with Tragedy. Reset it with Tragedy. And then we go Verte. So that's like still kind of good. Which cards are coming up the most? It's definitely this one, and the Fallen, and the Virtuous, and the Stigmata Dragon. The Kitt we're not really using. We're not really using the Kitt. But I do feel like this is a non-turn one kind of card. This is a card that like shines on the opponent's turn when you just discard it, and it's really clutch because it just revives something. So maybe I'll have to test for real games to see if Kitt is very good. But as it stands right now, here's what I think about the list. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to play some games to get a feel for the new Kitt. Exactly. It's not a turn one card. The extending turn one combo potential with this is quite limited. I think the best use of this is just as a discard, you know, as a send it with duplication. You know, duplication, send this to the graveyard from the deck, revive a Mirror Jade. Pretty solid. Run Merrymaker to send it on turn 3? No. No, I don't think I will. But yeah, what am I thinking about the list? Let's cut the Volcanic Rats, and let's play... Let me play Farfa. I still like Farfa. I still think Farfa is good. And then let's play some more non-engine. It depends on the format, obviously. It depends on the format what the good non-engine is. But let's say it's evenly matched for now. And I think we can cut a Shrouded. Right? We can cut a Shrouded and play 2 of this. I think we can cut the Kitt. I think we could probably cut the Kitt. I probably will not play Kitt. But I will test it when it's released. I will of course test it. But my initial impression is that we play something like this. And we want Mirror Jade again. We want the second Mirror Jade. The list looks like something like this. This is my impression. That's the first impression I have of these new cards. That we play 2 of the new card, the new Albaz. This is a 6 staple. If this is not a 3 of, it's definitely a 1 of. I think there's no world in which you don't play this card in the list, but I like it as a 3 of. Is Kitt just a searchable ad-lib? Basically, yeah. Basically, but he can't summon from banishment. But I don't personally like the Kitt. We'll see though. This is what I think the list would look like. Something like this. Somebody recommended that we try like a really small list. Like one that is 40 cards and you can play like all the 1-card starters only and then cut all of the bricks. And just play like a hand trap deck. I don't think that's possible though. If we were to try and cut bricks from the deck, like, you just make the deck worse. Like, because there's so many cards in Branded that are kind of in between mandatory and not mandatory. You know, like, is Branded Sword a mandatory card? Kinda no, right? It's kinda not a mandatory card. Like, is Banishment a mandatory card? No. Is Branded in White mandatory? Not really. Do you have to play Sword Soul? No. You don't have to play Kitt. You don't have to play Tragedy. You can cut Foolish and Tragedy. Right? But the deck just gets worse every time you cut a brick, you know? Branded has like 41 cards. Yeah. You need so many cards. So I still think it's like a 60 card might be the way. I really love this card. This is my favorite card. This is where you cook up a Magistus Branded list. Magistus Branded. I mean, you can do Spoon. Spoon is a combo. Spoon searches for Crowley, which is a fusion summon. This is just poly. This is just polymerization. Not very good though. I don't think it's very good. There's lots of cool engines you can play in Branded, like Brilliant Fusion. You can play 3 of. You can play Mitsu Branded. You can play Mitsu Branded, which is really interesting because Mitsu Branded was already a playable deck that I hadn't built yet, but I knew it was possible. And this card just makes... This is a 1-card Mitsu, right? You normal summon this, summon another level 4, make Feral Imps into Habakiri, right? It's full combo. And at some point, I guess Mitsu ends on Verte. So there could be some cooking potential there. And yeah, the Azamina is another engine you could play. Also not bad. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. That's my take on the new cards. That's my little initial testing session. I think they're good. I think you play 2 of this. I think you play the new Synchro, it's really good. And I think you play the new Quick Play spell. This is like a 3 of in my opinion. And I think you play the new Fusion. This is also really good. So yeah, that'll do it for me, I think. That'll do it for the testing, and I'll probably end stream now. I know it was kind of short, but it was quite intense. So thank you. Tomorrow, I think I'm showing off my new models. I'm showing off a new model tomorrow, so that should be fun. It's not a replacement, it's just something new that I want to show.